Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Welcome to chrisIsTalkin, and this is my weekly anime review for One Piece. And I know it might have been around 2 weeks, I do believe. So yeah, around 2 weeks since I've done my last anime review for One Piece, and that's mostly because not much has really happened. I mean, a few things did happen, but then they stretch it out, and I don't feel like I can talk about that. And sometimes it's like One Piece anime, or Toei anyway, they tend to drag out one chapter in like 2 episodes, so it's almost nothing to talk about. Well, since in last episode, 743 was mostly Luffy versus Fujitora, and they finally collided, and Fujitora was like, look, I'm going to take you out, I know what you've done, but unfortunately you're a pirate and pirates have to be taken out. Luffy ends up obviously clashing against him. The animation and the art, I do remember from last week, was actually quite good. There were a few reused panels and situations of like moments, but that being said, it was still very enjoyable, and I thoroughly did enjoy that episode 743 of One Piece, even though it did drag out a bit and it didn't really conclude to anything, which is why it concluded into 744. Another thing I'd like to mention is in 743, Luffy was basically telling Fujitora way in advance what his attacks were. Like, I'm going to give you a kick, I'm going to give you a punch. And then Zoro was like, why are you fighting like this? And Fujitora started realizing as well that Luffy was basically kind of mocking him, or not mocking him, but taking pit on him, and that really blew a fuse in Fujitora's switch. Like, Fujitora went crazy. He ended up getting all the rubble that was on the whole of Dressrosa, collected it together, and was like, you think I'm a prick? And literally just kind of held that in the air and was ready to take out the Straw Hats with that. But even before that, he did some Shinra Tensei shit and was kind of blasted the whole mountain thing, like the mountain range, and everyone was like, whoa, and knew that it was serious business. But Luffy, he still demoted shit that we all know and love, and Luffy just didn't really care, and he was like, look, I kind of like you. And I was like, whoa, okay. And Fujitora had that some creepy laugh, and basically you can tell Fujitora likes Luffy quite a lot, and it's just a shame that they're on the other side. And this is why it moves on to this episode, and then this episode continues on with where the last episode ended, where Fujitora basically blasted Luffy into the air. One of the giants held on to Luffy and was like, look, we're gonna go, there's been a plan set up, we're just gonna run to the end, to a port, and we'll sort it out there. So they all leave, and Fujitora's like, look, alright, you think you can get away from me? I'm gonna take you out with all the rubble I've got in this guy from the previous episode and take you down. And whilst that's happening, you hear a whole bunch of commotion. All of the people on Dressrosa start running after him, saying, give us back Rebecca. And I was thinking, what is going on here? And then you start looking at their faces, and they're actually smiling, even though they're trying to shout out angrily. And Fujitora can tell that there's no hostility in their voices, and he's like, what is going on? But he also can't take down the Straw Hats with rubble in the sky, because they're going to report as well, which means that if he takes out the Straw Hats, the civilians will also be taken out, and that's not very, very good, especially for an admiral. So he was in a situation like, what the hell is going on? But when he started realizing there's no hostility in the voices, he also started realizing, look, why do we like him so much? This guy's a pirate. So much has happened on this island, and yet they're totally for him. They're totally on his side, and that's really, really nice. Like, this kind of shows how easy people. It tends to show how easy it is for Luffy to draw people to his side, and I think that's really cool. And it kind of plays on what happened in this episode, of how at the very end you see that all the other people from the arena, like the giant people, I'm really, really bad at names, but that all the different characters that we've had following us for a very long time, who seem like fodder, but who had their own fleets and who are actually quite powerful, they are actually looking to have an alliance with Luffy, and they actually want to be part of the Straw Hats in any type of form of way. Luffy's face didn't really seem to like, what the hell, just do what you want to do. But I don't think he's smart enough to understand what they were actually proposing. They were basically trying to say, look, we want to be your ground fleet. We have 5,600 people, roughly around that much, from all the different coliseum fighters, all their crews, all their ships together. They are yours, Luffy. And Luffy's like, what? So and if you could have noticed from next week's episode title, something about Luffy's grand fleet. So yeah, let's see where that kind of goes. I'm pretty excited for the anime only watchers to see what happens there. Luffy's finally probably going to have a huge artillery and an army underneath his name, which is the kind of shit that he needs if he wants to be Pirate King. I thought this was a really good episode. Some things that were kind of annoying were they kind of used a lot of copy and paste of the civilians when they're chasing after Luffy. Like, there was a lady in a red dress. If you watch it again, there's a lady in a red dress, and there's loads of people around her. And if you kind of notice the lady in the red dress, you then notice that she was copied and pasted in several different locations. And for me, that kind of bothers me quite a lot. Even though it was a good episode, it was just kind of like, why were you lazy enough? That scene wasn't there for that long, Toei. Come on, what are you playing at? So yeah, that kind of bothered me a little bit. But the sentimental was pretty cool. The characterization with Fujitora, you find out that he actually blinded himself because of all the dark stuff that he's seen in his life, and he actually now wishes to know what Luffy looks like. He's like a bit of a kind face. So that's really, really cool as well. Well, now Luffy actually has somebody who likes him in the navies, in the admiral, like the admirals, the navy, which is pretty interesting because even Garth, as much as that was his granddad, even Garth was like, I can't really help you. But Fujitora has actually helped him quite a lot in this past few episodes, and yeah, that shows a lot that's going on in the One Piece world. So yeah, so characterization between the Straw Hats and everybody else, the Coliseum fighters and the whole Grand Fleet thing, and then Fujitora, like, yeah, and Fujitora even mentioned about, look, well, before he said he liked him and all that, when he was still in attack mode, he was mentioning, you have pity on me because I'm blind, but you don't realize that when you leave here, the 4 Yonko are going to be after you, and if not, other people will be after you for taking out Joker, so Doflamingo, do you know him? So yeah, so this is pretty cool. I like how it's now setting up for greater, darker shit later on in the One Piece world. Anyways, that was the One Piece review. I hope you liked that. I'd like to apologize for my lateness of my other reviews, which should have been posted. I have my One Piece manga review, which should be uploaded, but I was out last Saturday, and if you have me on Instagram or Snapchat, you would have noticed I went to Legoland. Yay! So that was really cool. So I'm going to be posting the videos throughout the day, so expect to see loads of shit. Anyways, enough of that. That's Chris is Talking, and I hope you do subscribe, like, share my videos, especially to be notified for my other anime reviews and manga reviews that will be posted up today. Chris is Talking. Peace.